They lied to you, brother. They told you that to make a relationship last, you have to tell everything. Be transparent, express your emotions, talk again and again. But look around you. The men who talk too much end up alone. The men who open up too much end up betrayed. The men who reveal everything without limits end up despised. You want respect? Don't beg for love. You want admiration. Don't expose your chaos. You want to last? Learn to hide. He who shows everything becomes predictable. He who holds back becomes unforgettable. In this video, I'll tell you what no one's ever told you. Not therapists, not influencers, not those sanitized love coaches. Here, it's real, brutal, stoic. You're going to see why a man has to keep certain truths to himself, why mystery is your greatest power, and how to reclaim control of the dynamic in your relationship. A man you never fully understand is a man you always respect. So listen up, subscribe now, because here you're going to get the truth the world tries to hide from you. No feel-good videos, no victim speeches, just lessons cut for lions. Click subscribe, hit the bell, and step into the circle of those who can't be tamed. Welcome to the manifesto of the modern lion. What you keep to yourself builds you. What you show without restraint can destroy you. You think absolute transparency is the key to lasting love. You think laying it all out, confessing everything, is the ultimate proof of respect and connection. Think again. In cold, harsh reality, the man who exposes all of himself becomes see-through, predictable, sometimes even contemptible. The hard truth: what you keep inside builds you, and what you put on display without filter can destroy you. Stoicism, this ancient school of power and self-control, teaches you the art of restraint, of mystery, of mastery. This is the modern lion's code. Each chapter comes fleshed out with real situations, ancestral quotes, and age-old wisdom. When you expose your jealousy, I'm jealous. You're giving her your heart, your power, as if she owns it. A man who confesses jealousy instantly places himself under the control of the woman he loves, seeking her validation. But in the Stoic code, emotional dependence is poison. Marcus Aurelius said it: tranquility comes from being indifferent to external causes. Picture this: she's chatting and laughing with another guy, right in front of you. Feeling shaken? If so, don't say a word. Hold it in, force a smile, rise above it mentally. Go greet other people, focus on yourself. That night, work twice as hard. Take all the energy you would have wasted on jealousy and channel it into your growth. Your stoic revenge becomes so solid that nothing can touch you. She won't get it, and paradoxically, she'll want you even more, drawn to that mysterious, unreachable power you radiate. Expressing negative feelings, I don't like it when you, sounds like a smart move, praised by today's life coaches. But in reality, the more you explain, the weaker you look. The ancients knew posture beats words. Let's say your partner throws a little shade at you in front of her friends. Don't jump into a verbal fight. Take a step back, slow your engagement, pull back your attention. Let her feel the cold, the lack of your gaze. Women don't respond to your words, but to your aura. A week later, she'll be the one trying to get your warmth back. The test is passed. No noise, no drama. You remain the stable pillar. Confessing your insecurities, I don't feel like enough, is suicidal for desire. You doubt yourself. Fight that doubt with action, not confession. The man who complains only attracts pity, never admiration. Epictetus hammered it home. Men are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of things. Feel weak? Fine. Turn it into strength. hit the gym, build a side project, learn something new. Let her be intrigued by your silent growth. You never say, "I know I'm less." You win her by not complaining and letting your progress do the talking. For example, you feel less attractive than one of her exes. Are you going to say it out loud? Never. You level up your style, develop yourself, ask for less, bring more. She sees the shift. She feels you rising without waiting for her approval or anyone's. That's where respect starts. The ultimate confession: I tell you everything because I love you. The myth of telling all is the biggest scam in pop psychology. This confession is so often just panic at the thought of losing someone, a need for control dressed up as sincerity. Seneca would have said flatly, "Desire dies in saturation." Reveal too much, give away all your thoughts, put yourself out there unfiltered, and you destroy the dynamic. Let her search. Let her wonder about your real thoughts, your secret dreams. Keep a part of yourself in the shadows. Passion grows from tension, not transparency. The man who is too open becomes bland, too easily had, too easily dropped. In practical terms, never reveal your inner world indiscriminately. She asks about your plans. Be vague. "I'm working on something. You'll see." Keeping your mental space guarded is keeping your value high. Saying, "I'm unhappy with you," puts a man in the role of victim, guaranteed to get pity, never respect. Society sells the myth that your partner should be your therapist. But in Stoicism, you fight your distress behind the scenes, never in the raw, exposed vulnerability of your relationship. Nietzsche would put it this way: become who you are. If the relationship isn't feeding you, don't beg. Step back, emotionally or physically. Tighten your circle, level up, impose new standards for yourself. She'll sense your distance, feel the loss, and adapt. Or not. But you never collapse in her arms. Respect, yet again, is born out of mastered coldness, the high point of dependence. I love you more than anything. At that moment, you give away your power. You become her prey. The brutal but biological truth: a woman wants to admire, not own. A man who abandons himself stops sparking desire. Marcus Aurelius whispered, "He who possesses himself possesses the world." Love hard, sure, but show her through action, calm, and determination. Your life can't revolve around her. If you love her, let her know you could keep moving without her. It's cruel, but it's the law of attraction. For example, she's pulling away, going distant. Don't beg, don't dramatize. Stack your projects, get rarer. Let her realize the door is cracked open. Scarcity breeds value. By remaining the prize, you fuel the kind of tension that keeps attraction alive. The tragedy of the modern man? Being made to believe that spilling his guts builds connection, that showing his wounds brings respect. In reality, the man who always reveals his pain burns through his erotic capital. The man who shares every discomfort waters down his authority. The man who shouts his love gives up the throne for a seat on the sidelines. The opposite is true. The man who filters his words, regulates his presence, never gives away the heart of his chaos. He commands the relationship's dynamic. Stoicism also teaches a foundational distinction between what you can control and what you can't. You can control your actions, your words, your discipline, but never the other person's reactions. So focus on your sphere of power. Accept the uncontrollable. Let the emotional storm pass inside you without projecting it outside. Concrete examples: lose your job. Don't come home a victim. I'm preparing my next move. Full stop and dive into action. Publicly humiliated? Stoic rule. No instant reaction, strategic withdrawal. Reset the dynamic later. She provokes you to test your strength? Be the mountain. No violence, no justification, no "let's talk about feelings." just a subtle shift in your availability. True love, stoic style, isn't all-consuming passion. It's a deep force nurtured by reason and self-mastery. It's about quality over quantity, silent intensity over overflow. Know your partner, share challenges, but always keep a part of your mystery, your independence. Building lasting love means resisting the urge to say everything, learning to savor the unspoken. The man who masters this tension becomes irreplaceable, a pillar amid chaos, a source of calm energy, an enigma who attracts by never being fully figured out. So remember, the more you talk, the more you lose. The less you reveal, the more you control. It's not about coldness or contempt. It's the art of discernment and restraint. It's stoicism applied to the modern emotional arena. Be stable, stay mysterious, embody quiet danger. She doesn't need to know everything about you. She needs to sense you're in control. What you keep to yourself doesn't make you a liar. It makes you sovereign, desired, untouchable. A lion in the couple's jungle, respected and never subdued. See, they made you believe that being a good man means saying everything, showing everything, confessing everything. But in this world, the ones who survive are those who filter. The man who exposes everything becomes a book with no suspense, a movie where you know the ending. And what do we do with a movie without mystery? We forget it, we skip it. But the man who controls his words, the man who doesn't react instantly, the man who bears his pain in silence and moves in the shadows, he becomes a personal legend. Because in a world pushing for overexposure, silence is a form of domination. You want to stay loved? Never be fully possessed. You want to stay respected? Never be 100% transparent. You want to stay desired? Never give away all the keys. What you keep hidden is your strength. What you hold back is your mystery. What you protect is your value. So from now on, speak less, work more, be calm, stoic, sovereign. And if you want this mentality to become your reality, if you want to embody this cold, rare, and unbreakable masculinity, then do what the weak will never dare. Subscribe now. Click, hit the bell, because here, every video is a reminder of your masculine nature. Every episode a mental weapon in a world that wants to emasculate you. Leave a comment, share this video with a brother who loses himself trying to please. And above all, keep your head high, because a man who masters himself is never dominated. You weren't made to be liked. You were made to be respected. Remember it, live it, own it.